Hello everyone. This audiobook contains masterwords with meaning, examples, synonym and antonym. Indissoluble. Indissoluble is an adjective that describes something that cannot be dissolved, separated, or broken apart. It often refers to strong and lasting connections or relationships that cannot be easily undone. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The couple's love was so strong that they believed their bond was indissoluble, even in the face of challenges. 2. The treaty created an indissoluble alliance between the two countries, ensuring their mutual support in times of need. Synonyms for indissoluble. 1. Inseparable. 2. Unbreakable. 3. Permanent. 4. Eternal. 5. Irrevocable. Antonyms for indissoluble. 1. Temporary. 2. Fragile. 3. Separable. 4. Dissoluble. 5. Transient. Indoctrinate. Indoctrinate is a verb that means to teach, instruct, or imbue someone with a specific set of beliefs, ideas, or opinions, often with a strong bias or particular agenda. It involves influencing someone's thinking or perspective in a deliberate and often systematic manner. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The totalitarian regime sought to indoctrinate its citizens with propaganda, attempting to control their thoughts and perceptions. 2. Some religious institutions use educational programs to indoctrinate their members with their particular faith's teachings. Synonyms for indoctrinate. 1. Teach. 2. Instruct. 3. Brainwash. 4. Condition. 5. Implant. Antonyms for indoctrinate. 1. Educate. 2. Inform. 3. Enlighten. 4. Open-minded. 5. Unbiased. Indolent. Indolent is an adjective used to describe someone who is habitually lazy, lethargic, or avoids physical or mental effort. It indicates a tendency to be inactive or avoid work. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. His indolent behavior led to missed deadlines and a lack of productivity in the workplace. 2. During the summer vacation, the children enjoyed their indolent days by lounging around and playing video games all day. Synonyms for indolent. 1. Lazy. 2. Idle. 3. Slothful. 4. Lethargic. 5. Inactive. Antonyms for indolent. 1. Active. 2. Energetic. 3. Industrious. 4. Hardworking. 5. Diligent. Indomitable. Indomitable is an adjective that describes a person's will, spirit, or determination that cannot be easily subdued, defeated, or discouraged. It signifies an unwavering strength of character and resilience. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. Even in the face of numerous setbacks, her indomitable spirit pushed her to continue pursuing her dreams. 2. The team's indomitable determination led them to victory, despite being considered the underdogs. Synonyms for indomitable. 1. Unyielding. 2. Resolute. 3. Tenacious. 4. Invincible. 5. Unconquerable. Antonyms for indomitable. 1. Weak. 2. Surrendering. 3. Defeatist. 4. Yielding. 5. Submissive. Indubitable. Indubitable is an adjective used to describe something that is unquestionably true, evident, or beyond doubt. It refers to facts or evidence that are so clear that they cannot be disputed. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The scientist provided indubitable proof that the theory was accurate, leaving no room for skepticism. 2. The historical documents provided indubitable evidence of the ancient civilization's existence and achievements. Synonyms for indubitable. 1. Unquestionable. 2. Undeniable. 3. Incontestable. 4. Infallible. 5. Unarguable. Antonyms for indubitable. 1. Doubtful. 2. Questionable. 3. Uncertain. 4. Controversial. 5. Dubious. Induce. Induce is a verb that means to bring about, persuade, or cause something to happen. It can also refer to stimulating a particular mental or physical response. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The motivational speaker aimed to induce a sense of empowerment and determination in the audience through his inspiring words. 2. The doctor prescribed medication to induce sleep for the patient suffering from insomnia. Synonyms for induce. 1. Prompt. 2. Encourage. 3. Elicit. 4. Instigate. 5. Generate. Antonyms for induce. 1. Prevent. 2. Deter. 3. Discourage. 4. Halt. 5. Suppress. Indulgent. Indulgent is an adjective that describes someone who is lenient, permissive, or overly lenient towards someone's desires, requests, or behaviors. It can also refer to something that provides excessive comfort or enjoyment. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The indulgent parents allowed their children to have sweets and treats whenever they wanted, leading to concerns about their health. 2. After a long week of work, she treated herself to an indulgent spa day to relax and unwind. Synonyms for indulgent. 1. Lenient. 2. Permissive. 3. Tolerant. 4. Liberal. 5. Accommodating. Antonyms for indulgent. 1. Strict. 2. Disciplined. 3. Rigid. 4. Austere. 5. Constrained. Industrious. Industrious is an adjective that describes someone who is hardworking, diligent, and actively engaged in productive tasks. It suggests a strong work ethic and dedication to achieving goals. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The industrious student spent countless hours studying and completing assignments, always striving for excellence. 2. The industrious employees consistently exceeded their productivity targets, impressing their supervisors with their dedication. Synonyms for industrious. 1. Hardworking. 2. Diligent. 3. Productive. 4. Assiduous. 5. Conscientious. Antonyms for industrious. 1. Lazy. 2. Idle. 3. Slothful. 4. Unproductive. 5. Negligent. Inebriated. Inebriated is an adjective that describes someone who is intoxicated or drunk, usually as a result of consuming alcoholic beverages. It indicates a state of altered mental and physical faculties due to alcohol consumption. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. After consuming several glasses of wine, he became inebriated and started singing loudly at the party. 2. The police pulled over the driver for swerving on the road, suspecting that he might be inebriated. Synonyms for inebriated. 1. Intoxicated. 2. Drunk. 3. Tipsy. 4. Under the influence. 5. wasted. Antonyms for inebriated. 1. Sober. 2. Clear-headed. 3. Abstinent. 4. Moderate. 5. Temperate. Ineffable. Ineffable is an adjective used to describe something that is too great, intense, or overwhelming to be expressed in words. It signifies a feeling or experience that is beyond description. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The beauty of the scenery over the mountains was so ineffable that the poet struggled to capture its essence in his verses. 2. After the near-death experience, she found it difficult to convey the ineffable sense of peace and tranquility she had felt. Synonyms for ineffable. 1. Unutterable. 2. Inexpressible. 3. Unspeakable. 4. Beyond words. 5. Indescribable. Antonyms for ineffable. 1. Expressible. 2. Speakable. 3. Describable. 4. Articulate. 5. Observable. Ineffectual. Ineffectual is an adjective that describes something that lacks the ability to produce the desired result or effect. It indicates a lack of effectiveness or success in achieving a particular goal. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. Despite his sincere efforts, the ineffectual attempts to repair the old car left it still unable to start. 2. The leader's ineffectual leadership style resulted in a lack of progress and dissatisfaction among team members. Synonyms for ineffectual. 1. Inefficient. 2. Unsuccessful. 3. Futile. 4. Powerless. 5. Weak. Antonyms for ineffectual. 1. Effective. 2. Successful. 3. Productive. 4. Potent. 5. Strong. Inefficacious. Inefficacious is an adjective that describes something as lacking the ability to produce the desired or intended result. It refers to actions, methods, or measures that are ineffective or not successful in achieving their goals. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The herbal remedy turned out to be inefficacious in relieving the patient's pain, and they had to seek alternative treatments. 2. Despite their best efforts, the team's strategy proved inefficacious in increasing sales and revenue. Synonyms for inefficacious. 1. Ineffective. 2. Unsuccessful. 3. Impotent. 4. Weak. 5. Futile. Antonyms for inefficacious. 1. Effective. 2. Successful. 3. Potent. 4. Strong. 5. Productive. Inept. Inept is an adjective that describes someone as lacking skill, competence, or the ability to perform a task effectively. It suggests a lack of aptitude or proficiency in a particular area. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. His inept handling of the delicate machinery resulted in costly damage to the equipment. 2. The inept speech by the politician failed to address the concerns of the audience and left them unsatisfied. Synonyms for inept. 1. Incompetent. 2. Clumsy. 3. Unskilled. 4. Unfit. 5. Awkward. Antonyms for inept. 1. Competent. 2. Skilled. 3. Proficient. 4. Capable. 5. Adept. Inequity. Inequity is a noun that refers to a lack of fairness or justice in a situation, often resulting from unfair distribution of resources, opportunities, or treatment. It denotes a state of imbalance or discrimination. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The company's pay scale revealed a significant inequity between male and female employees who were performing the same roles. 2. The social program aimed to address educational inequity by providing equal access to quality education for all children. Synonyms for inequity. 1. Injustice. 2. Unfairness. 3. Discrimination. 4. Imbalance. 5. Disparity. Antonyms for inequity. 1. Equity. 2. Fairness. 3. Justice. 4. Equality. 5. Balance. Inert. Inert is an adjective that describes something that lacks the ability to move, act, or react. It often refers to a lack of energy, motion, or responsiveness. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The heavy stone remained inert on the ground, unmoved by the wind. 2. The inert gas in the balloon made it float effortlessly in the air. Synonyms for inert. 1. Passive. 2. Motionless. 3. Lifeless. 4. Immovable. 5. Dormant. Antonyms for inert. 1. Active. 2. Energetic. 3. Dynamic. 4. Responsive. 5. Agile. Inevitable. Inevitable is an adjective used to describe something that is certain to happen and cannot be avoided or prevented. It refers to events or outcomes that are bound to occur. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. With the constant rise in pollution levels, the inevitable consequence is the deterioration of air quality and its impact on public health. 2. The advance of technology has made the inevitable transition to a digital economy a reality for many businesses. Synonyms for inevitable. 1. Unavoidable. 2. Certain. 3. Imminent. 4. Inescapable. 5. Foreseeable. Antonyms for inevitable. 1. Avoidable. 2. Preventable. 3. Uncertain. 4. Controllable. 5. Surprising. Inexorable. Inexorable is an adjective that describes something that is impossible to stop, alter, or influence, often referring to a process or situation that continues relentlessly. It suggests a lack of mercy or relenting in its progression. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The inexorable march of time brings inevitable changes to even the most steadfast traditions. 2. Despite their pleas for clemency, the judge's decision remained inexorable, and the defendant was sentenced to the maximum penalty. Synonyms for inexorable. 1. Relentless. 2. Implacable. 3. Unyielding. 4. Unstoppable. 5. Irresistible. Antonyms for inexorable. 1. Flexible. 2. Yielding. 3. Lenient. 4. Merciful. 5. Accommodating. Infallible. Infallible is an adjective that describes something or someone that is incapable of making mistakes or errors, and is always accurate, reliable, or correct. It implies a high degree of trustworthiness or correctness. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The expert's advice was considered infallible in the field of astronomy, guiding countless discoveries. 2. While he claimed to possess an infallible memory, he occasionally forgot important details. Synonyms for infallible. 1. Unerring 2. Perfect 3. Faultless 4. Flawless 5. Reliable. Antonyms for infallible. 1. Fallible 2. Imperfect 3. Unreliable 4. Erroneous 5. Mistaken. Infamous. Infamous is an adjective that describes something or someone who is well known for their bad reputation, disgraceful behavior, or notorious actions. It implies being widely known for negative reasons. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The criminal gained an infamous reputation for his series of daring bank robberies that baffled the police. 2. The dictator's infamous regime was marked by widespread human rights abuses and censorship. Synonyms for infamous. 1. Notorious 2. Disgraceful 3. Scandalous 4. Shameful 5. Dishonorable. Antonyms for infamous. 1. Honorable 2. Respectable 3. Reputable 4. Admirable 5. Distinguished. Infantile. Infantile is an adjective that describes something that is characteristic of or related to infancy or very young children. It can also be used metaphorically to refer to behaviors or attitudes that are immature, childish, or lacking in maturity. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. Her infantile laughter echoed through the room as she played with her toys. 2. The manager found his colleagues' infantile tantrums during meetings to be disruptive and unprofessional. Synonyms for infantile. 1. Childlike 2. Juvenile 3. Immature 4. Adolescent 5. Naive. Antonyms for infantile. 1. Adult 2. Mature 3. Grown-up 4. Sophisticated. 5. Rational. Infer. Infer is a verb that means to deduce, conclude, or draw a logical or reasoned conclusion based on evidence, information, or observations. It involves making an educated guess or understanding something indirectly. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. From the tone of his voice and his furrowed brow, I could infer that he was frustrated with the situation. 2. By examining the patterns in the data, the scientists were able to infer a possible correlation between two variables. Synonyms for infer. 1. Deduce 2. Conclude 3. Gather 4. Assume 5. Imply. Antonyms for infer. 1. State 2. Declare 3. Explain 4. Direct 5. Reveal. Infernal. Infernal is an adjective that can be used to describe something that is related to hell, the devil, or something extremely troublesome, annoying, or difficult. It is often used to express strong negative feelings. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The infernal noise of construction machinery outside my window kept me from getting any sleep. 2. He cursed the infernal traffic that made him late for his important meeting. Synonyms for infernal. 1. Diabolical 2. Devilish 3. Nuisance. 4. Irritating 5. Troublesome. Antonyms for infernal. 1. Heavenly 2. Pleasant 3. Joyful 4. Delightful 5. Soothing. Infidel. Infidel is a noun that historically referred to a person who does not believe in a particular religion, especially in the context of being outside the dominant faith of a society. However, it can also carry negative connotations of being seen as unbelieving or disloyal to a particular belief system. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. In medieval times, those who did not adhere to the state religion were often labeled as infidels and faced persecution. 2. The religious leader criticized those who held different beliefs, labeling them as infidels and outsiders. Synonyms for infidel. 1. Non-believer. 2. Unbeliever. 3. Disbeliever. 4. Atheist. 5. Agnostic. Antonyms for infidel. 1. Believer. 2. Faithful. 3. Devotee. 4. Follower. 5. Adherent. Infiltrate. Infiltrate is a verb that means to secretly enter or gain access to a place, group, organization, or system with the intention of gathering information, causing disruption, or influencing from within. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The undercover agent managed to infiltrate the criminal organization to gather evidence of their illegal activities. 2. The hacker attempted to infiltrate the company's database to steal sensitive customer information. Synonyms for infiltrate. 1. Penetrate. 2. Invade. 3. Permeate. 4. Implant. 5. Infuse. Antonyms for infiltrate. 1. Exit. 2. Depart. 3. Evacuate. 4. Withdraw. 5. Retreat. Infinitesimal. Infinitesimal is an adjective that describes something extremely small, so small that it is almost immeasurable or nearly negligible. It refers to quantities or dimensions that are incredibly tiny. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The bacteria were so infinitesimal that they could only be seen under a powerful microscope. 2. Despite their infinitesimal size, the particles played a crucial role in the chemical reaction. Synonyms for infinitesimal. 1. Minuscule. 2. Microscopic. 3. Tiny. 4. Nanosized. 5. Minute. Antonyms for infinitesimal. 1. Enormous. 2. Huge. 3. Significant. 4. Substantial. 5. Considerable. Infirmity. Infirmity is a noun that refers to a physical or mental weakness, ailment, or disability. It suggests the condition of being frail or lacking strength, often due to age or illness. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. Despite his infirmities, the elderly man maintained a positive outlook on life and remained engaged in various activities. 2. The organization provides support and care for individuals with various infirmities, helping them lead fulfilling lives. Synonyms for infirmity. 1. Weakness. 2. Ailment. 3. Disability. 4. Illness. 5. Debility. Antonyms for infirmity. 1. Strength. 2. Vitality. 3. Robustness. 4. Wellness. 5. Health. Inflated. Inflated is an adjective that describes something that has been exaggerated or made to seem more important, impressive, or valuable than it actually is. It often refers to statements, prices, or egos that have been artificially increased. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The inflated claims about the new product's miraculous effects turned out to be nothing more than marketing hype. 2. The company's inflated stock price crashed after investors realized that its financial performance was far from stellar. Synonyms for inflated. 1. Exaggerated. 2. Overstated. 3. Overblown. 4. Hyperbolic. 5. Pretentious. Antonyms for inflated. 1. Accurate. 2. Realistic. 3. Genuine. 4. Sincere. 5. Modest. Influx. Influx is a noun that refers to the arrival or entry of a large number of people, things, or information into a place or system. It often implies a significant and sudden increase in quantity. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The opening of the new shopping mall led to an influx of shoppers from neighboring towns. 2. The city experienced an influx of tourists during the summer season, boosting the local economy. Synonyms for influx. 1. Arrival. 2. Inflow. 3. Entry. 4. Infusion. 5. Deluge. Antonyms for influx. 1. Departure. 2. Outflow. 3. Exit. 4. Decrease. 5. Reduction. Informal. Informal is an adjective that describes a relaxed, casual, or non-official style or manner of communication, behavior, or setting. It contrasts with formal or official situations. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The informal gathering in the park allowed friends to enjoy a relaxed atmosphere while having a picnic. 2. The office encouraged employees to adopt a more informal dress code on Fridays, allowing for greater comfort. Synonyms for informal. 1. Casual. 2. Relaxed. 3. Unofficial. 4. Laid back. 5. Non-formal. Antonyms for informal. 1. Formal. 2. Official. 3. Proper. 4. Professional. 5. Conventional. Infraction. Infraction is a noun that refers to a violation, breach, or breaking of a rule, law, or agreement, often resulting in a minor offense. It signifies a minor wrongdoing or transgression. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. Jay received a warning from the teacher for his infraction of talking during the class lecture. 2. The police officer issued a citation to the driver for the infraction of speeding in a residential area. Synonyms for infraction. 1. Violation. 2. Breach. 3. Offense. 4. Transgression. 5. Trespass. Antonyms for infraction. 1. Compliance. 2. Adherence. 3. Obedience. 4. Conformity. 5. Observance. Infuriate. Infuriate is a verb that means to make someone extremely angry or furious. It indicates a strong and intense emotional reaction to a situation or action. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The constant delays and excuses from the airline staff began to infuriate the passengers waiting at the gate. 2. His insensitive comments about her appearance managed to infuriate her beyond measure. Synonyms for infuriate. 1. Enrage. 2. Anger. 3. Incense. 4. Irritate. 5. Provoke. Antonyms for infuriate. 1. Calm. 2. Soothe. 3. Pacify 4. Delight 5. Please. Infusion. Infusion is a noun that refers to the process of introducing or adding something, usually a liquid or flavor, to something else in order to enhance or change its qualities. It can also refer to the introduction of a new element or influence into a situation. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The chef's special dish was created by the infusion of various spices and herbs, resulting in a unique and flavorful meal. 2. The organization's new leader brought an infusion of fresh ideas and energy to the team, revitalizing their approach to projects. Synonyms for infusion. 1. Injection. 2. Imbuement. 3. Addition. 4. Incorporation. 5. Introduction. Antonyms for infusion. 1. Removal. 2. Extraction. 3. Depletion. 4. Elimination. 5. Withdrawal. Ingenious. Ingenious is an adjective that describes someone or something as clever, inventive, or creative in finding solutions or producing original ideas. It indicates a high level of intelligence and resourcefulness. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The ingenious design of the new smartphone allowed it to fold and unfold, providing both a compact size and a larger screen when needed. 2. Her ingenious approach to solving complex mathematical problems earned her recognition in the field of theoretical physics. Synonyms for ingenious. 1. Clever. 2. Inventive. 3. Resourceful. 4. Creative. 5. Innovative. Antonyms for ingenious. 1. Unimaginatively. 2. Unoriginal. 3. Dull. 4. Stagnant. 5. Ordinary. Ingenue. Ingenue is a noun that refers to a naive, innocent, and unsophisticated young woman, often portrayed in literature, theater, or film. It characterizes someone who is inexperienced or unaffected by the complexities of the world. Here are two examples of how it can be used in sentences. 1. The actress played the role of the ingenue in the romantic comedy, capturing the character's wide-eyed innocence and charm. 2. The novel's protagonist starts as an ingenue in the bustling city, gradually learning about life's challenges and realities. Synonyms for ingenue. 1. Naive. 2. Innocent. 3. Unsophisticated. 4. Unworldly. 5. Fresh-faced. Antonyms for ingenue. 1. Cynic. 2. Skeptic. 3. Worldly. 4. Experienced. 5. Sophisticated.